Hi everyone, this is a standing balance flow class. So there will be no vinyasas, no chaturangas, no down dogs. We won't be focusing on the upper body at all, mostly just legs, balance. So if you want to stay off your upper body or your wrists or even your shoulders for any reason, this class is perfect for you. When you're ready, we'll get started at the top of our mat. Feet hips distance apart. Look down at your feet. Ground down through all four corners of the feet evenly. Lift and spread your toes and place them all down evenly and intentionally on the mat. Bring your gaze up, roll your shoulders back and down, palms face forward, and close your eyes. Take a few moments here to ground into the earth beneath us and to find your center. So you don't have to be super still here. You can actually kind of move around a little on your feet and play with transferring the weight to different areas of the foot, finding your balance, finding your center. Deep breath in through the nose, fill the lungs. Exhale, let it go. Out the mouth. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Draw your front ribs down to engage the core. Keep that intention of finding your center and your balance on your feet. Open the eyes. Reach the arms up towards the sky, palms to touch as you inhale. As you exhale, with the left hand, grab the right wrist and then reach the right arm up and over to the side. Breathe into the right side body. Contract through the left side body. Draw your belly button in. Maybe gaze up and under the right arm. Open the chest towards the sky. As you're stretching the right side body, keep grounding down through the right foot. Keep your balance. Inhale brings you back up. Reach the arms up. This time with your right hand, grab the left wrist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over to the right. Breathe into the left side body. Ground down through the left foot. Maybe bring your gaze up and under the left arm. Keep breathing here. Inhale brings you back up. Reach the arms up. Exhale the hands through heart center. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, soften the knees. Come into a nice deep forward fold with a deep bend in the knees. Allow your whole upper body to be heavy for ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Keep your belly resting on your thighs. If you can't quite get there, bend your knees even more. Doesn't matter how much of a bend in the knees. It's as long as your whole upper body can be heavy. Relax the back of the neck. Maybe give your head a little shake, side to side, up and down. Release anything you're holding on to. Release the jaw. And then maybe invite a little rock side to side. Feeling into the backs of the legs. Come back to stillness. Release the hands down to the mat. As you inhale, keep a bend in the knees. We'll lengthen the spine for a halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins or to blocks or to the mat if that's accessible for you. Draw your belly button in, draw your shoulders away from the ears, lengthen out through the crown of the head and out and back through the tailbone, through the hips. Exhale, fold it forward, forward fold. Inhale, we'll halfway lift again, lengthen the spine, lengthen out through the back of the neck. As you exhale, place the right hand down in the center of the mat, in the center of your feet out in front. Bend deeply into the right knee and then twist and open the chest to the left. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. You can gaze down at the right hand or up towards the left hand. Breathe into the left hamstring and the left outer hip. As you exhale, we'll release the left hand down and replace it where the right hand was. Bend into the left knee. Twist and open the chest to the right. Option to gaze up towards the right hand or down at the mat. Bringing breath into the back of the right leg and to the outer hip. Exhale, release the right hand down. Fold it forward, nice deep bend in the knees, forward fold. Keeping the soft bend in the knees. Inhale, bring your upper body straight up, rise up, palms to touch. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Feet are still hip distance. Keep thinking about the grounding down, the evenness and the balance through your feet. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up to the sky, palms face each other. Exhale, sit the hips low for chair pose. So this is different than a regular chair pose. Your feet are hips distance apart. It's a more supported chair pose. Slight tuck of the tailbone for a long straight spine. Send the weight back and down towards your heels. Draw your belly button in, draw your front ribs down, engage the core. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Keep flowing here. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, sink the hips low, chair pose. Tuck your tailbone down, long straight spine. And from here, begin to shift the weight into the left foot. And then once you've found your balance there, begin to lift the right heel. Once you're secure there, slowly lift the right foot up, hover the right knee up, and then slowly begin to send the right foot back to crescent lunge. High on the ball of the back foot, reach the arms up. Your left knee is stacked directly over the left ankle. You can take a slight bend in the back right knee to keep any pinching out of the low back. So if you're straight and you're tight in the hip flexor and it's pinching on your low back, bend the right knee. Your tailbone can be straight down towards the mat. Palms face each other. Couple breaths here. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat or the fingertips. You can even use a couple blocks here if that makes it easier. Come into your runner's lunge. So think length out through the back heel, coming all the way out through the crown of the head. You can leave your hands here or slowly walk them forward as you float the back leg for a standing L shape. Length through the spine. Your back toes are flexed and pointing down. Keep some bend and buoyancy in the front knee. Length out through the crown of your head. And then exhale, release the right foot down to meet your left. Fold it forward, forward fold. Inhale, we'll lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold it forward, forward fold. Don't be afraid to bend your knees in all these forward folds. Inhale, brings you up. Flat back, rise up, palms to touch. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Take a moment, come back to your breath. Come back to your center. Slow the breath if it's elevated at all. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky, palms face each other. Exhale, sink the hips, low chair pose. Long spine, sending the tailbone down towards the mat. Slowly begin to transfer the weight into the right foot. Once you've found your balance, lift the left heel off the mat. Once you're secure here, slowly lift your left toes off the mat. Hover the left foot, and then slow and with control begin to send the left foot back. Crescent lunge is where we'll be. Settle into your crescent lunge. Play with straightening and bending the front knee till you find that sweet spot. Find your edge. Your palms face each other. Your hips are square towards the front of the mat. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat to frame your front foot. Again, you can use blocks here, be on your fingertips, flat hands. Begin to transfer the weight forward. Maybe walk your fingertips forward and then float the back leg for a standing L shape. Flex the left toes down towards the mat. Hips are square down towards the mat. Think length out through the crown of the head, stretching all the way out through your back heel. Keep a little bend in the front knee. Exhale, release the left foot to meet your right. Fold it forward, forward fold. Allow your whole upper body to be heavy. As you inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, palms to touch. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Come back to your center, maybe close your eyes. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Maybe you have to adjust your stance. Come back to that intention at the beginning where we placed our toes individually and evenly distributed the weight through our feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips low, chair pose. Draw your belly button in, front ribs down, core engaged. Shift the weight over to the left foot, reach, and then slowly and with control, lift the right foot up off the mat. As you exhale, we'll send the right foot back. Crescent lunge is where we'll be. You've been here before. Exhale to settle. On your next inhale, we'll open the arms up for warrior two. So spin on the back toes. The right foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Left toes point towards the front of the mat. Gaze out over the left middle finger. Ground down through the outer edge of that back foot. And then use your left glute to open your left knee out towards your left pinky toe. Your arms are long and strong here. Legs are strong and engaged. And then slow and with control, begin to turn your upper body forward. Turn onto the ball of the back foot, so more like your crescent lunge legs. Keep your arms out long and strong. Maybe walk your back foot up a little bit if it's too far away. And then begin to hinge forward from the hips. Ground down through the left heel. If you think about grounding down into that heel, it turns on your hamstring and your glutes. And then slow and with control, float the back leg up, point the left toes down, warrior three. Back toes are flexed, pointing down towards the mat. Your hips are flat and even and aligned down with your yoga mat. Next breath in brings you up as you hinge up. Keep the back leg lifted and bring the right knee up towards your chest. Bring your hands to heart center. And then as you exhale, we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Open the right hip. Send the hips back and down just like your chair pose, except this time you're on one leg and you're opening the right hip. This is figure four, standing balance. or standing pigeon. Keep opening the right hip as you send the hips back and down. Slight tuck of the tailbone, lift the chest, gaze out in front of you to a spot that's not moving on the wall. It'll help you balance. Try and avoid gazing down at the floor because you might end up down there instead. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just pick it back up, try again. Inhale brings you back up, uncross the right foot, lift the right knee up, one breath. Exhale, release the right foot down. Give your hips a little shake. It's always good after a deep hip opener. Place your feet hips distance on your mat. Palms face forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, fold it forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Try your belly button in, long straight spine. Exhale, fold it forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale the hands to heart center. We'll flow through the second side. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, palms face each other. Exhale, sink the hips low for chair pose. Transfer the weight to the right foot, and then slowly with intention, lift the left foot off the mat and hover. Slow and with control, send the left foot back, crescent lunge. You've been here before, settle into the pose, relax the shoulders away from the ears. On your next inhale, open up, warrior two. So spin the back toes so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Right front foot faces forward. Gaze out over the right middle finger. Arms are long and strong. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Grind down through the outer edge of the back foot. Then engage into your right glute and send the right knee open up towards the right pinky toes. Slowly begin to spin your upper body forward, turning onto the ball of the back foot, just like your crescent lunge. Maybe walk your back foot in just a little bit. Keep your arms stretched out long, hinge forward, long straight spine. Ground down into the right heel that turns on the back side of the right leg, and then float your back leg forward for warrior three. Flex the right toes, point them down towards the mat. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Your hips are square down to the mat. Bring your hands into heart center and slowly hinge up to stand, keeping your left leg lifted as you bring it through and forward up towards your chest. Exhale, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, standing figure four or standing pigeon. Send the hips down and back just like chair pose. Keep opening the left hip. The deeper you sit, the more you'll feel in that left hip. The further you send your hips back, the further you send your chest forward, the more stretch you'll feel. Slowly rise back up. Lift the left knee up towards the chest. Final push. Exhale, release the left foot down. Shake out the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, fold it forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale the hands to heart center and release them by your sides. So check down at your feet again here. Make sure your hip distance, toes facing forward, ground down evenly through all four corners of the feet. Maybe lift and spread your toes. Once your feet feel secure, reach the arms straight out ahead of you and then hug the arm bones back in to your shoulder sockets. And then slowly rise up high onto the tips of the toes. This is really good for building strength in the ankles. And this might be a real challenge, and that's okay. If you fall, just rise back up, try again. Once you feel secure enough, begin to slowly bend your knees, and we're going to lower slow and with control all the way down to the mat. No rush to get there, but however you get there is okay. Maybe you can come to rest your hips down on your heels. If not, just send your bum right down to the mat. However you get there is okay. Reach the arms forward, engage the core, and then slowly lower all the way down onto your back. Slower than you want to go, one vertebrae at a time, till you come all the way to lie onto your back. Keep your feet placed on the mat about hip distance apart. You can reach the arms, stretch them out like a capital letter T. And then we'll ground down into the feet, lift and shift your hips over to the right, and then drop your knees over to the left for a gentle twist. You can gaze out over the right shoulder. Allow your breath to settle. Breathe into your back, to your hips. Slowly bring your gaze back to center. Use your core to lift your knees back up. Bring your hips back to center. Ground down through your feet and then lift and shift your hips over to the left. Slowly drop your knees over to the right. You can gaze out over the left shoulder. Allow your body to relax as much as you can as you breathe into this twist. Bring your gaze back to center. Use your core to bring your knees back up. Bring your hips to center. And then give your knees a big squeeze in towards your chest. Take a little rock side to side. And then reach through your knees. Grab the outsides of your feet. Pull the knees in towards your armpits for happy baby. Your toes, your feet are flexed and flat towards the ceiling. Think about lengthening your tailbone down towards the mat as you pull your knees in towards your armpits. You can stay in stillness here or take a little rock side to side. If you're not already, come to stillness. And then hug the knees in towards your chest for one final squeeze. And then slowly release your legs long down the mat. Allow your feet to splay out. Arms rest by your sides, palms face up or down. Draw your shoulders down the back. Let everything go. Allow the mat to hold your body. We'll rest here for our final Shavasana. Begin to invite a deeper breath into your body, slowly waking your body up. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch from your fingertips all the way down through your toes. And then slowly roll your body over to one side, whichever you choose. Use your right arm or left arm, your bottom arm as a pillow. Slowly push yourself up to a seat, keeping your eyes closed if you can. Come to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment here in gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up to your mat today. Thank your body for everything it was able to do. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to practice with me today. Namaste.